Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, Jeff Trunapole, and as always, I'll bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here in the great city of Cincinnati, Ohio, home of the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, if you're watching this video, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. I am up to 483 subscribers. Let's get that going. Try to get to 500 as fast as we can. All right, the Bengals have finalized the 2020 preseason schedule. Cincinnati will begin their preseason play on Saturday, August 15th at 8 p.m. at Kansas City. Then they're at home Friday, August 21st at 7 p.m. Then they go to Atlanta, take on the Falcons Friday, August 28th at 8 p.m. And they wrap up the preseason at home versus Indy on September 3rd at 7 p.m. I love it. Preseasons come out. They're acting like they're going to play, which is great. So hopefully the football season will go off without a hitch. All right, I got this article from Bengals Wire speaking about the leadership role that Joe Burrow is already taking. Joe Burrow has already assumed a leadership role by trying to set up workouts. Now, Bengals safety J.C. Bates revealed the details on Rap Sheet and Friends podcast. Bates said, speaking of Burrow, he is so excited to get things started that he wants to run the 7-on-7s himself. That's his mindset. That's awesome. A.J. Green has already told Joe Burrow, name the time and the place, and we'll be there. Guys want to play for Joe. Guys want to play for a guy like that. He's like, you know what? Forget it. We got the pandemic going on. We got all this going on. Parks and stuff opened up. Let's go do 7-on-7, then we'll run them ourselves. We don't need the coaches. That right there is a huge sign of a great leader. And when you got guys like A.J. Green, who are 8-9 years into the league, and are already telling them, hey, you name the place, we'll be there. Those are all wonderful signs as far as the leadership role that Joe Burrow is trying to take and that the guys are already listening. So I cannot wait for the season to start. I'm not saying we're going to go to the Super Bowl or anything this year, but that'd be nice. But you never know. Now, you guys forget about Jonah Williams? This is from Bengals.com. He was our number one pick last year. The return of left tackle Jonah Williams has Bengaldom, that's kind of hard to say, Bengaldom buzzing about having 2 first-round picks when the season opens. And that includes the greatest Bengal of all, Hall of Famer Anthony Munoz. Quoting Munoz, they're young, but I'm excited about that, says Munoz, who's also talking about sophomore left guard Michael Jordan, which he got better last year, so he could step up. This could be a big year for Jordan. All right, get back to what Munoz said. You'll go through some growing pains, but I think eventually you're going to be pretty good overall. Now, Williams was the number 1 tackle taken in the 2019 NFL Draft. Now, quoting Bengals offensive line coach Jim Turner, I feel as good about Jonah Williams as I did the day we drafted him. Just the character he brings and the work ethic, we're 180 degrees from where we were at this time last year. There are so many good things going on with the Bengals and the stuff that the young guys are bringing. Because you're bringing, like last year, they brought in Jonah Williams. Yeah, he got hurt. He's from a legit winning program of Alabama. Bring in Joe Burrow this year. Legit winning program, LSU. You're bringing in winners and leaders from, and these guys are essentially rookies. Well, Joe Burrow definitely is a rookie. Jonah Williams technically is a rookie because he didn't play. And then you're bringing in leaders, veteran leadership, like DJ Reader. Now, defensive line coach Nick Eason on DJ Reader. Reader has been a dominant force as a D lineman. He's a big guy that can move. And his game is effective in the run game and in the passing situation. He also goes on to say that his character, DJ Reader's character, is through the roof and his leadership is through the roof. This is a line of things that throughout the last couple years that Zach Taylor, of the players that Zach Taylor has brought in, starting last year with Jonah Williams. No, we didn't get any free agents last year, but this year, all the free agents we've gotten, they're all high character guys, all leaders. 5, I think, out of the 6 draft picks the Bengals picked were all captains or co-captains on their team. So this is going to be a big change from when Marvin Lewis was the head coach. Because one of the downfalls, I think, that Mike Brown and Marvin Lewis made is they took too many chances on non-character guys like Vontaze Burfict. Vontaze Burfict, dude, if that guy could have ever got his head out of his ass, he could have been all-pro, potentially one of the best linebackers in football. When he was on the field and not doing stupid stuff, he was great. But he did too many just dumb things. And I think the changeover, Zach is putting a bigger emphasis on character and leadership. And those things are going to come into account when and if the Bengals run into a situation like they did in 2015 with the playoff loss to the Steelers, where you don't lose your head. And that's happened in 2005 when Carson Palmer got hurt and they lost their heads. You get guys who have high character and are leaders already. They know how to handle pressure and those situations better than guys who have low character. It's just a fact. It's just a mental thing that they are equipped with that some guys aren't. And the Bengals in the past were, I won't say filled, but we had a lot of key guys in key positions that weren't high character people. And I think it showed when it came to crunch time and, primetime games and playoff games and just watching our team melt down in front of us over and over and over again. And if you look at the quality teams that are always in the playoffs year in and year out and going to Super Bowls, like the New England Patriots, like, unfortunately, I hate to say this, admit this, but the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, most of those guys, their teams have been high-quality guys. If you look at the Steelers, they had Antonio Brown. Before he went nuts, he was a pretty good character guy. Then he went crazy, and they got rid of him. Now, they didn't make the playoffs last year, which, that's fine. I love that when they don't make the playoffs. But I'm just saying, those are things that the Bengals, I think, are looking to add that they haven't had in the past. And I, for one, am all for it. Because if you remember Marv's first couple years in the league, it seemed like every other week a Bengal was getting arrested. That was like the running joke. We were a good team, but, half the guys we had were getting arrested. Well, we went from that to guys who weren't getting arrested. They were just doing dumb crap on the field. So if we can get our talent level back up to where it was when we were going to 5 straight playoffs, but this time you have the character guys to handle the pressure and not crack under and not do something stupid. Like Jeremy Hill fumbled the ball. He didn't mean to do it, but he fumbled the ball. Burfict hit Antonio Brown in the head. He knows not to do that. Blatantly hit him in the head. And then him and Pac-Man Jones got into an argument with Joey Porter on the line, which Joey Porter still shouldn't have been on the field anyway. But they should have just walked away from him. If they walked away from him, if Burfict doesn't hit him in the head, if Pac-Man and Burfict walk away from Joey Porter, they're not in field goal range. They don't win the playoff game. We still do. That's how close we came. And that comes to the point where it's character. And that's what blew that game for us, was our character and just keeping our heads and not being idiots. And they were being idiots, and we lost the game, and we deserved to lose it because they were idiots. So, that's one thing I've just seen throughout the guys that the Bengals have drafted and the guys that they've signed a free agency. One of the biggest things is they're leaders. They're high character guys. They're high work ethic guys, And those are the guys you need for your foundation to build a great winning franchise. Because if you don't have the character, you don't have the work ethic, you can have all the talent in the world. But if you don't have the work ethic and the character to go with it, it's going to crumble. It's a cracked foundation. We need a solid foundation. And that's where what I think Zach Taylor and Duke Tobin are putting together with these guys that they've signed. So it's just very exciting, and I'm very happy because I love Cincinnati. I want my city to be represented right, not with like a bunch of idiots, I want it to be represented right, as a class city, a class organization, and that's what I think that they're starting to do. Anyway, I'm off my soapbox. I cannot wait till football starts. I can't wait till baseball starts. I just want sports back. All right. Like I said at the beginning of the show, YouTubers, you guys are awesome. I'm up to 483 subscribers. Let's try to get that to 500 as fast as we can. If you guys are on Facebook, you like to get on different sports Facebook groups, I have a couple that I help run. They are Bengals Nation, Reds Country, Bearcat Country, and Cyclones Country. Now, if you're listening to me on the podcast, and it's an Apple Podcast, do me a favor, give me a 5-star review. And if you're on Spotify, Beanpot, just like and subscribe. Make sure you tell everybody about me so I get more viewers and more subscribers. Again, I enjoy all the comments I've gotten on Facebook, or no, excuse me, not Facebook, but YouTube channel. You guys are great. I enjoy every single one of them. Keep them up. I will try to answer them as fast as I can. And other than that, that's just sports, baby. See you guys.